Hey guys, I'm Alan Klingbeil. I am the Kryptonian, and I'm the number 5 light heavyweight champion, soon to be number 1. Not competing at powerslap 10, but you can catch me sometime soon. Shout out to Erica and Frank.
For doing it. Yeah. Where'd you get that nickname at?
Oh, the Kryptonian?
Yeah.
Well, Superman was taken, so it's
Oh,
pretty much
I
a short
see.
story.
I see.
Yeah.
So you're the bad guy in that story with all the power.
There it is.
Yeah,
There
yeah,
it is.
We need to get you like a green chain or some shit. You know what I mean?
Go
So
hard, yeah.
I've actually seen a few of your interviews, and you're always dressed up, man. I appreciate that. What's going on? Is it just like a look, or you want to be the more professional guy on the pods?
They say dress how you feel, right? Or
Oh
dress
shit,
for
you
the
feel
job
like
they want.
yeah, you're like a CEO then vibe going on.
There you go.
Dude,
Absolutely.
I love it. I love it, man. So we were just talking. You're from where in Texas?
I'm from San Antonio.
San Antonio. Okay. You a Wemby guy or no?
Oh, absolutely. Come on.
Yeah, dude.
He's saving our team right now.
Kryptonian, alien. I think we got something here.
There it is. There it is.
Dude, I love it. I love it. Were you disappointed you weren't on this card coming up?
Absolutely. I'm always disappointed.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I would fight every single card if I could.
Interesting.
Yeah.
So when you don't get on the card, does it make you disappointed? Are you angry?
I mean, yeah, you go through all the feelings. I guess there's a little bit of mourning there, I suppose. So,
Yeah.
you go through those phases. You're like, and occasionally you have a fight and either you can't make it or someone else can't make it or they get hurt or sick or something like that and it gets canceled and then you feel this void inside your heart. But yeah, I love fighting. So anything to do with fighting, if I could get an MMA fight, I would do it. If PowerSlap called me every single time and was like, Alan, we want you to fight, I would do it. 100%.
You're on any place, anywhere, anytime
Yes,
is
sir.
actually your vibe.
Absolutely.
Because just being a fan of the fight game, it's fascinating to me how every fighter says that, but not every fighter does that. Do you know what I mean?
Oh, absolutely.
They say it for the show, but then it's like, hey, we got to fight for you in 2 weeks. Oh yeah, so I'm busy or whatever, and that means to me, and I'm not getting in any cage, I'm not standing in front of any podium, but
Of
to me,
course.
you're not a fighter.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
So I respect that.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
What are your goals? Like the strap is always the goal, right? But I love asking people this question. Like for you personally, what really is it? Is it just getting the strap? Is it cash? Is it notoriety, fame? Is it to grow the sport? Like what do you actually want to get out of it?
Well, thank you. I really appreciate the specifics of that question. Yeah, I think absolutely. I want to be the champion of the light heavyweight division. Like I think that would be super. Like for me, that was the ultimate goal getting into it. Like outside of I thought it would be cool if. Yeah, I thought worst case scenario. I'm trying to get into the acting game. I get knocked out. They never call me back. I get to meet Dana White and Michael Bisping, and
For sure.
randomly Mark Wahlberg's in the audience, like at PowerSlap 1. And then we're like, okay, I get a reel. I can take this and go somewhere with it. But yeah, absolutely. I would love to be the light heavyweight champion, defend it as much as possible. And in the meantime, elevate my acting career through that, which is doing quite well. Thank you, PowerSlap. And Steven, who is my publicist, he's a phenomenal guy. But anyways,
That's awesome,
he's
man.
going to be like, hey, you didn't miss me. No, he's a great guy.
Steven, you're a good guy, okay? Okay, we got you.
There it is. Anyway, no, this is, yeah, to me, it's everything, right? Like, because I've always wanted to be a MMA, like, superstar sort of kind of guy.
Really?
And so for this to kind of, like, pivot a little bit later in
So
life.
wait, did you grow up wanting to be an MMA guy?
Well, yeah.
Because you're young enough, you could have grown up with it.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
I mean, I got to see it take off, and there really wasn't MMA gyms around where I was. So, like, you just kind of individually, sporadically went to different martial arts gyms and tried to learn them.
Yeah.
And like most recently, within the past 10 years, you started seeing MMA gyms like specifically pop up in places. It's like
Right.
they got the core classes, they got the professionals, they got former UFC fighters, Bellator fighters, this, that, and the other. And that didn't really come about when I was young enough, I feel like, to maximize on it. But I was getting into the professional field. And then COVID happened. And so my first professional fight literally fell through because of COVID.
So your very first out the gate got stopped.
Yep.
Yo, that's crazy.
Yeah.
So if you fought MMA, did you make it back in?
I'm still training
Yeah.
with the hopes of maybe doing that. I know they kind of want us to stick more with PowerSlap, but I would love to do.
So is
MMA
that in your
fights.
contract, man? I heard Jordan talking about one time because he likes the motorcycle scene, and he's like, it wasn't in the small type either. It's in all caps. You can't ride motorcycles. Like, is that in your deal where you can't go do MMA, you can't go box? Like
Well-
we saw Dwayne cross over recently.
Oh yeah, I was so jealous of that. I honestly, I was so mad because I actually was one of the first people to comment, and like when they dropped the whole production
really?
or whatever, I was like,
Yeah.
put me in this. Like, but no, it's as far as I understand it, as long as I get permission from PowerSlap, I can do any promotion that I want.
Okay.
I think the only one that they would be a little hesitant towards is what is it, bare knuckle boxing or whatever.
Oh, really?
Like the BKFC is the one that they like. I would really need permission from like Frank.
That's interesting. I wonder where that is. Yeah, yeah.
I think they sharked some of us to begin with, and so they were like, "Hey, you're stealing our talent." And I don't know that it's the
They're
same.
trying to stop the human poaching.
Pretty much.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like these guys will
but
do
you
anything.
can go fight in like LFA or something. Oh, dude, that's cool.
Yeah.
That's very cool.
So I'm trying.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's awesome, man. You're doing the acting thing, huh?
Yeah.
So you got like do you have a sizzle reel that you're passing out trying to get gigs and shit?
I'm like the worst about this. No, I don't. Honestly, like I just tell people to go and watch other stuff that I've done, but it's just terrible.
So where can we
It's
find
terrible.
it, man? Is it on YouTube and stuff?
What?
Just what you've done.
Yeah, there's some of the stuff that I've done out there. I've been on a few promotions for the TV show of a walker, but I'm mostly, you'll just see me like pull up next to Jared Padalecki in a couple of promos. So you'd really have to dive deep now since the show's been off for about a few months at least, if not a year. But yeah, no, there's stuff like that, and there's plenty of interviews that are out there and things. But I'm really excited. My biggest things are coming up. So March, I'll be getting my first like action scene in a full feature
hell
film.
yeah.
And so you'll be able to see that. Yeah.
Do you know the name of the show?
Oh yeah.
Like, is it a movie or a TV
It's
show?
a movie. It's
Okay.
a movie.
Yeah,
And so it's going to be filming in Georgia March. So it's probably going to release sometime later this year. It's called And Then You Die.
Oh my god. Yeah, I'm in. What's
Fantastic. Oh man, it's great. It's some like ex-Navy SEAL guy. He's at home and like his brother gets into some bad stuff. And yeah, I'm going to be playing Ivan. So I'm going to be like the head of the Secret Service for like a congressman or something like that. But I get like a long fight scene or whatever.
Oh, dude, that's cool. So is the memorization difficult for you?
No, not at all.
Pretty easy.
Oh yeah, I mean
Yeah.
like at first, absolutely. Like it's just a skill that you have to build up on like anything else, right?
Just
So,
repetition.
yeah. So
Yeah.
you get there, you get the script, and like of course, if they gave it to me like a day before, I'd be stuttering a little bit through some of it. But you know, you just keep doing it, and you find little nuances like the more you read through the script and stuff. And yeah, I have like 2 other films I'm going to be doing. There's some are like very dialogue heavy, and that's
Yeah.
you know it's hard not to roll over on some of those things. But again, it's just repetition.
Just repetition.
Yeah.
And I mean, if Slap goes the way you want it to, I mean,
Yeah.
that's only going to help it.
Exactly.
You could be like the fucking Rock of Slap or something. You know what I mean? Like you
Let's
leverage into
go.
it.
I would love to be Dwayne the Rock Johnson. Absolutely. Like, thank you.
Dude,
Yes.
that's awesome, man. That's
Yeah.
so cool. Well, dude, thank you so much for coming by. We finally met in person.
Yes, sir.
You know what I mean?
Yep.
And whatever happens in the Slap game, fight coming up or whatever, you know, always welcome to come back and we'll do it again, man.
Thank you very much.
So, where can they find you on like Instagram and all that stuff?
Okay. Yeah, just check out Alan.Klingbeil on Instagram, and that's KLINGBEIL, and I am the Kryptonian.
All right.